The 2025 All-Star rosters are set for Atlanta this next week. Now we have the starters and now we got the reserves, but almost just as fun as all of those is who got snubbed. So let me know what you guys think from your favorite team. Who are the biggest snubs? But before going over who was just announced, let's go over the starters. As starting in the American League, we have Cal Raleigh behind the plate. That's a no-brainer. Ryan O'Hearn at DH, and making up the infield, it's Vladdy Jr., Gleyber Torres, rookie Jacob Wilson, and Jose Ramirez. In the outfield, of course, Aaron Judge is going to be there, and then two Tigers for the American League's best record in Riley Green and Javier Baez starting in center field. And then for the National League, it's Will Smith having an underrated MVP type season behind the plate. Shohei Ohtani, his teammate, he's probably going to win MVP again. He's in at DH. Then Freddie Freeman making another Dodger. Then Ketel Marte, Francisco Lindor, and Manny Machado rounding out the infield there. And in the outfield, just like there were two Tigers for the American League, there's two Cubs with PCA in center field and the newest Cub, Kyle Tucker, in left field. But now for the pitchers and the reserves that were just announced. First of all, for the American League pitchers, you have Tarek Skubal. That's a no-brainer. He's on his way to winning back-to-back Cy Youngs. Then Jacob deGrom, he's back after Tommy John surgery. Hunter Brown, a first-timer, well-deserved. Garrett Crochet is in it for the second straight year. Max Fried in his first year with the Yankees. Brian Wu, he's a first-timer. And then Yusei Kikuchi, Chris Bubich, Shane Smith is the White Sox representative. Then the American League bullpen is going to get made up by Aroldis Chapman, Josh Hader, and Andres Munoz, who has been untouchable this year. For the National League side of things, there's two no-brainers at the top, Paul Skeens and Zach Wheeler. But the comeback stories are so great. First, you're going to have Logan Webb. That's not a comeback story. He's always there. But Robbie Ray, Webb's teammate, has just been brilliant this year. And then you have Chris Sale. Obviously, he's not going to participate because he's injured, but just another great year for him when he's been healthy. Clayton Kershaw is a Legends representative selected by Rob Manfred, just like they did with Albert Pujols a couple years back. Then you have Freddie Peralta, a couple first-timers with Mackenzie Gore, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, and then Matthew Boyd. And then the bullpen is going to be Edwin Diaz, Jason Adam of the Padres, and Randy Rodriguez, who has been unhittable for the Giants. Now for the American League reserves, starting things off, we have Bobby Witt Jr. He's not a starter because of Jacob Wilson, but he's a no-brainer to get in. Byron Buxton, he's going to get in. Brent Rooker, Jazz Chisholm Jr., despite missing a lengthy period of time with an oblique injury, he's in there. Alex Bregman, his first year in Boston, he's been injured for a while too. Jeremy Pena, Brandon Lau, Jonathan Aranda, another Ray. Julio Rodriguez, maybe he started a little slow, but he still did enough to get in there. And then Alejandro Kirk at catcher, and Stephen Kwan for the Guardians is back in there again. And the National League All-Star reserves, James Wood should probably be starting this thing, but he was a no-brainer to get in. Then you have Ellie De La Cruz, Fernando Tatis Jr., Kyle Schwarber, Pete Alonso, Matt Olson, Corbin Carroll, and Eugenio Suarez from the Snakes. Then Kyle Stowers, Hunter Goodman, and Brendan Donovan, a couple first-timers to round off the list. So let me know what you guys think. Who are the biggest snubs? Myself, as a Twins fan, you don't see Joe Ryan in there for the starters. You don't see Yohan Duran in there despite a sub-2 ERA for the relievers. Let me know what you guys think, whether it's a player from your favorite team or in general. Who are the biggest snubs that didn't make the game that should have?